I'm Nate, this is Shootfist Productions, and today's video is all about 3D printed airgun accessories, so if you're interested in that, keep watching. Okay, the first thing we've got on the list is this nice little gun stand. You might think, well, what much use is that? Well, for us that's handy because we make videos. So also if you've got a nice gun you want to display, there we have it. It's printed in two parts. You just put a screw in the bottom. That's done in a copper silk plus PLA. Came out very nice. So we'll get that out of the way. And we'll come back to the Walther PPQ in a minute because I got a real cool item that I made for that. This is, I've done a video on this gun before and I had a problem with it in as much as the front sight was screwed up, and as you can see I originally printed this big sight and that didn't fit, so I scaled it down and it fixed perfectly on the Milbrew, and I can now shoot this gun. Recently had a question off a viewer saying how did I get on with the gun, so this is for you, pal. Yeah, I've printed a new sight. I had a problem, the pellet seemed to stick a bit in there, so what I've done, I've made, so that's a little pellet seater that I designed and printed, and I'll just show you right quick on this Milbrew how that comes about. So I used to get my pellet sticking a bit in here, so now you just do that and you get the same depth of pellet every time, so for consistency, yeah, works excellent. I've also done a 2-2-1. Right, I've discharged that. I've also done, and also as you can see there, that's a nice size, fits in your pellet tin so you can't forget it, so I quite like that. I never used pellet pushers before, but now I've used one, I think I'm always going to use one. This is the I'll show you the 2-2 pellet pusher. It's pretty much the same, it's just got a bigger end. Designed that myself from scratch. And if Daz, if you can pass me the that rifle behind you, mate, the old Gamma Whisper. Now I don't know if this one is pushing the pellet down too far, but either way you're getting a nice little click.
If you get a nice click, that's normally seated well.
Seats it in, and you're going to get the same depth every single time, so for consistency, for accuracy and power and all the rest of it. Let me just discharge this. Okay, so that's my pellet pushers, two of them, 177 and 2-2, so we'll just get them out of the way so they're done. Right, next item. Okay, this is one of my favourites. These are little stands for, I've always wondered, these are over engineered, these cartridges, and I thought what a waste, we just chuck them away. They're made out of steel, not expensive metal, but these little stands, you push them in and they hold on, and then you got some shooting targets. Now I did test them out. I usually, you know, I sometimes shoot at empty tin cans, which is really noisy, and the cans get ripped to bits, which is quite nice to see sometimes, but these, when you hit them with a pellet, there's a nice sort of thud instead of a sort of loud noise. Knock them over, and there's more of a challenge to hit as well, rather than shooting at cans, and I'm going to be using them pretty regular from now on. Really impressed with that. Probably one of the simplest prints here, but probably one I might even be using the most. So there we are, little CO2 bottle stand, and I love that one. So moving on. Okay, this is probably my next favourite. Right, my next item, really like this one as well. I don't know if you can remember on if anyone saw a previous video, I 3D printed this silencer adapter for the Weararc HW40 PCA, and it works a treat. It just pushes in the end. You put a standard silencer on there. I took one off one of my air rifles. Works lovely, nice and quiet. You can't cock it with that in, so you got your silencer on there and you keep pushing it in when you want to shoot it. The only problem was it sat up high and obstructed the sights. You couldn't really aim it, so it was great. Now what we come up with is this one, which is a 3D printed silencer, and that's got the adapter all built in. So if I just show you that, and that is beautiful. I tell you what, I might look a bit silly, Daz, or hey you giggling there, but that work a treat. And
shove the tampon in it.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cock the gun just to show you what it sounds like. Well, my mic is over there, so I'm just going to shoot it towards the door. say the end where the sound is coming out, so I'll get that about the same. Right, okay, here we go, without the silencer. Quite loud.
Got a little snap.
Well, now, with the silencer. So, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera.
Clear difference.
There's a huge difference, I thought. So really pleased with that. I think that looked quite cool. It might look better. It probably looked better in black, to be honest. So I probably will print another one in black. So that was that. Right. Next up, speed loaders for the PPQ. This I designed myself. Got a little shoot fish name on there. We might launch this as a product, who knows, or a giveaway. Inside is a little pellet seater where you push all 8 in at once. Again, I've printed loads of these to get the depth exactly right, and you're going to get consistent seated pellets. And what I'll do, I'll just give you a quick demo on this, how it works, because I was actually, I don't know why I was skeptical. I just thought that was a gimmick. So we have the Warfer. This pretty much would fit all Humorex guns, I believe. That's called a Humorex speed loader. So I think these magazines, if you've got a Humorex gun, chances are that will be the same mag as this. So you drop that in there with the coggy bit facing up, and I'll use these pellets. These are actually sort of vintage pellets I got from a car boot. These are what, a couple of quid, so I couldn't resist. Now shake some pellets in. Not too many, not too few. Now you don't really have to put the lid on, and I don't think I'll do that, because I'll just show you how it works. Now, is that done already? I think it is. Yeah, look at that, how quick that was. Then get your pellet pusher, seater, and push that in, push it down hard. Whoa. And look at that.
Perfect.
How quick was that? All perfectly seated the same depth, and wow. Now this, if I take that bit out, this is a product that does exactly the same thing. This is someone else's design. So these guns come with 2 magazines, so you can actually load, you can load 2 at once if you want, or if you want to just load one, there's a blank that you put in there so your pellets don't just, you know, fill it up and what have you. I wouldn't show you this one working, but that works exactly the same as the other one really well. Occasionally you get the odd pellet going upside down, but to be honest, 9 times out of 10, as you saw on that other one, literally seconds you got your mag full, all perfectly seated. And this little product I designed myself, so I ain't saying I didn't borrow some ideas, some others that are out there, but at the end of the day a circle is a circle. And so that's that. So we've got the wall for pellet pushers. Now I've got a 1077, and that fires these mags. It's called a 1077, but that fired 12 shots. So I don't know if it's because the 2.2 version fired 10 maybe, I don't know. And you get 3 of these mags, and this is a gun you can pull the trigger and you use them up really quick. So I thought, right, speed loader for the 1077. So I designed this from scratch. Got a little cutout for all the bits on there. First one that didn't actually fit in the hole, printed the hole so I was wrong. Done this one, everything fixed perfect. The trouble is, because of the design of the mag, you got all these gaps in the mag that just clog up with pellets, and basically it doesn't work. That'd be quicker to just do it by hand. But Daz suggested maybe print a little something that would fill up those holes while you load it, and I think that is feasible. So if I can do that, I think I probably will. So this bit ain't wasted. I just got to try and figure out and design a plug for the centre of the mag, and I think that will work. So I will try that. If it works, I'll update you. Right, the last item, which I haven't actually tried, this is for basically anyone who's got a underlever Chinese sort of air rifle. I think I've got one over there, Daz. Pass that over, mate. This sort of thing. I mean, this has been customised. The stock has all been rubbed down, the sight taken off. Now in there, well, anyway, in there there's a breech seal. My gabber's made out of rubber. Now, there's nothing with mine, so I haven't taken it out to try this, but this apparently is a replacement for that breech seal. So if mine ever go, I'll try that out. It's obviously made out of plastic, it's not going to be as good, but you can now get sort of flexible 3D printing filament, which I am going to get hold of some, and that'd be interesting to see that printed out of rubber, and if it works. Right, another thing, when you're loading these guns, I've got big fingers and sometimes I find it tricky getting the pellet in, and once that's in, obviously a standard pellet pusher or seater isn't really going to fit in there. So Dad suggested just before this video, could I make one designed for these sort of top loading guns, and the answer is yes, I will. So that'll be another day, another project. So pretty much that's all my 3D printed air gun accessories. That's how I've been really busy. The hardest problem is the designing and all the rest of it, but I got there in the end. Some of the items, like the Su-2 ones, are someone else's design. I love that one. I'll be shooting at them a lot. And thanks for watching. See you next time.